We never wanted any of this. We loved him so much. Did your brother deserve to die?
미시간주의 작은 마을 한가운데서 설명하기 힘든 잔혹한 행위들로 물든 비극이 펼쳐졌습니다.
That's a cold, ice cold bath. She had asked you to put hot sauce directly into his mouth. She asked you to pour hot sauce on his.
이는 티모시 퍼거슨의 비극적인 죽음과 그의 형 폴의 체포로 이어졌습니다.
But the injury to his head, that's not what killed him, okay? But what killed him was not eating.
15세의 티모시 퍼거슨은 힘든 삶을 살았습니다. 어린 시절부터 언어와 운동장애를 동반한 자폐증을 앓았기 때문이었습니다. 게다가 가족의 학대를 견뎌야 했습니다. 티모시의 학대에 대한 상세한 내용이 밝혀지면서 모든 이가 궁금해한 것은 왜였습니다. 티모시의 친형이 왜 그토록 상상하기 힘든 학대를 가했을까요? 겉보기에 평온해 보이는 미시간주 머스키건의 교회에서 훈육이라는 명목하에 폴 퍼거슨은 동생 티모시에게 심각한 학대를 가해서 결국 그의 짧고 고통스러운 삶을 끝내게 만들었습니다. 자폐증과 언어 및 운동장애가 있는 아이들은 잘못된 행동으로 인해 오해받을 수 있습니다. 여기에는 의사소통의 어려움이 포함될 수 있는데 이는 그들이 자신이 필요한 것이나 감정을 표현할 수 없을 때 좌절감이나 분노 폭발로 나타날 수 있습니다. 운동장애로 인해 어떤 과제를 수행하기 어려울 수 있어서 반항하는 것처럼 인식될 수도 있습니다. 자폐증에서 흔히 나타나는 감각과 과민성 또한 큰 자극에 대한 심각한 반응을 일으킬 수 있어서 이는 버릇없는 행동으로 오해될 수도 있습니다. 이렇게 잘못된 행동이라고 여겨진 것 때문에 발달장애가 있는 티모시는 음식과 수면을 박탈당하고 얼음처럼 차가운 목욕을 강요받고 구토를 하도록 강요받았으며 심지어 안식 처여야 할 집에서도 화장실 사용에 엄격한 제한이 가해졌습니다. 티모시는 옷을 보관하기에도 좁을 정도로 어두운 옷장 공간에서 살도록 강요받았습니다. 티모시의 식단은 평범한 빵으로 제한되었지만 가족 중 몇몇은 그 빵에 핫소스를 뿌려서 먹였습니다. 그 핫소스는 80만 스코빌로 청양고추 맵기의 200배였죠. 게다가 집은 완전히 봉쇄되어 있었습니다. 커튼은 닫혀있고 문도 항상 잠겨 있어서 집안에서 일어나는 학대를 누구도 볼 수 없게 했습니다. 티모시의 상태가 악화되면서 학대의 악순환은 계속되었습니다. 그리고 2022년 7월 6일 그 학대는 끝날 수밖에 없었습니다. 티모시의 어머니와 형이 그를 깨우려 했지만 반응이 없었기 때문이었죠. 이후 18분 동안 그들은 CPR을 하며 살리려 노력했습니다. 하지만 깨어나지 않자 그들은 911에 전화를 걸어 15세 아이가 단식 투쟁을 하다가 지금은 깨어나지 않는다고 말했습니다. 도착한 경찰은 평생 잊지 못할 광경과 마주했습니다. 티모시는 사망한 상태였고 그의 몸무게는 겨우 31kg에 불과했습니다. 티모시에게 가해진 학대의 정도는 너무도 명백했습니다. 경찰은 즉시 티모시의 형 폴 퍼거슨과 그들의 어머니 샨다 밴더 아크를 체포했습니다. 수사를 통해 밝혀진 폴의 역할은 어머니의 명령이 떨어지면 학대를 직접 실행한 집행자 역할을 한 것으로 볼 수 있었습니다. 폴은 여러 증거와 공범인 어머니라는 존재를 놓고 복잡해졌고 결국 혈연관계와 정의 추구를 놓고 고심하기에 이르렀습니다.
From what I saw, it sounds like you were compassionate and that you cared about him and you sent some pictures that were like, he's looking too skinny and we need to feed him. And, you know, there's sometimes you get frustrated, but at the end of the day, you kept coming back to caring.
해리스 형사는 폴 퍼거슨에게 동정심을 유발하는 전략을 구사하기 시작합니다. 이 전략은 저항의 벽을 무너뜨리고 폴이 자신의 이야기를 공유하도록 유도하기 위해 설계된 전략입니다.
Are you working two different jobs? Did you say you were working two different jobs?
No, I used to work two different jobs.
I heard you say
when I
that.
lived in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Because I think your brother was like, I want to work two jobs. And you're like, no, you don't.
No, 4 hours of sleep maximum was a nightmare.
That's a joke. That's not even funny, actually. Huh. Yeah, 4 hours doesn't sound like a lot to get anything done. What kind of jobs are you doing?
Fast food.
Okay.
이 대화에서 해리스 형사는 폴이 두 가지 일을 하느라 잠을 못 잔 것에 대해 부드럽게 농담을 건넵니다. 형사의 친근한 태도는 폴이 그렇게 일한 배경에 대해 더 많이 공유하도록 유도하며 미묘하게 둘 사이의 연결고리를 형성합니다.
I know that we talked yesterday. Yeah. I know that not everything that we talked about was the truth yesterday. That's okay. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel guilty about not telling the truth to me. Okay? I want you to just focus on yourself right now and think about what's best for you.
Yeah.
And let's try to get to the truth of what really happened with your brother, because he deserves that. It's okay. It's okay.
I feel so guilty, like I could have done something at any point in this. We didn't want any of this. We never wanted him to be injured or hurt. I loved him so much.
Yeah, I can tell that. I can certainly tell that.
해리스 형사는 폴이 동생 티모시에 대한 사랑을 인정하며 그 진실성을 의심하기보다는 그의 감정을 인정해줍니다. 이러한 인정은 폴이 이해받고 있다고 느끼게 만들지만 진짜 의도는 티모시의 죽음으로 이어진 상황에 대해 폴이 털어놓도록 하는 것입니다.
When you say we, you're talking about your mother.
Yes, she loved him. We wanted what's best. Just feel like I could have done something. I should have put my foot down at some point. I loved him so much.
What would have happened? What would have happened with your mom if you put your foot down? What would have happened?
I don't know. Maybe something would have been different. Maybe he would still be alive. I promised him before the whole thing with Mom and Dad that I would protect him, but I failed so hard.
처음부터 밀어붙이기 대신 부드럽게 공감하는 이 전략은 폴의 거짓 진술을 무너뜨리기 위해 조금씩 확실한 증거를 보여주는 전략의 시작 단계입니다. 최종 목표는 폴이 자신이 말한 진술이 모두 거짓이라는 것을 확실한 증거들로서 인정하게 만드는 것이죠.
What I do want you to know, though, is that we went through the phones, okay?
Okay.
And we're beginning to go through the phones, and there's a lot of evidence in the phones, and I know that you're kind of aware of communication between yourself and your mother.
Yes.
And those sort of things. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you about.
해리스 형사는 폴이 이전 대화에서 진실하지 않았을 수도 있다고 말하며 지금이라도 사실대로 말하면 괜찮다며 안심시킵니다. 이는 폴이 거짓말을 인정하는 것을 편하게 느끼도록 하는 전략이죠.
I know that when we talked yesterday in front of your mom, you know, she was lying about some stuff, right? I know that she's a good person. I'm not doubting that at all.
Yeah,
I know that
we
she
never
cares.
wanted any of this.
신문 시간 내내 퍼거슨의 눈은 종종 카메라 렌즈를 마주봅니다. 이건 자신이 이 영상을 볼 사람들 앞에서 연기하고 있다는 것을 예민하게 인식하고 있는 듯합니다. 이러한 의도적인 눈맞춤은 그가 거짓말할 때의 행동과 극명하게 대조됩니다. 거짓말할 때는 눈동자를 좌우로 움직이며 신경질적으로 반응하기도 합니다.
I think
She doesn't want to appear like a bad person. She doesn't want to be the bad guy in this. We never wanted any of this. We want him to be healthy. I know that for a fact. We should have been so much. I should have at least put my foot down on something.
Right. But she knows that you shouldn't be using hot sauce as a punishment, right? She knows better than that. And you know better than that too, right? Yeah. I think that anybody with some common sense knows that hot sauce is not something used to punish a child for eating food that they're not supposed to eat, or for disrespect, or for not following orders. We know those things aren't okay.
I know that. We've tried so many different things. We're running out of options of trying to find a punishment that would actually work. And even that did nothing.
Right.
And we still kept trying though. I don't know why.
How do you feel about lying during this? How does that make you feel?
I just hate it. I know she doesn't want to be the bad guy. She never wanted this. We loved him so much. And it just...
I don't think it's about love at this point. I think it's about not knowing what to do, not knowing how to handle the situation.
해리스 형사는 폴에게 어머니가 거짓말한 증거를 제시하면서 간접적으로 폴의 이야기에 대한 의문을 제기하고 두 사람의 진술 불일치를 강조했습니다. 이 전략은 제시된 증거를 바탕으로 자신의 진술을 다시 고려하도록 은근히 권유하는 방식이죠.
I think you have to think about this. Right now is not a time about blaming people, but it's a time to try to figure out, when could we have changed things? What could we have done differently? How did we get to the point where we were at? Because, clearly where you guys got to, you say you was in the bath. That wasn't a nice, enjoyable bath though, right? That was a punishment bath, right?
해리스 형사는 도덕적인 부분을 강조하며 폴 퍼거슨이 말하는 옳고 그름을 다시 생각해 보도록 권유합니다. 티모시가 겪은 학대의 심각성과 진실을 말해야 하는 도덕적 의무를 강조하면서 말이죠.
when he's getting these ice baths, I know there's numerous of them, right? I mean, because I've read through the messages.
Yes.
How are you getting the ice? Like, where's it coming from?
We have an ice machine upstairs. It's not a lot. It can barely create any. It's enough to make it a full-on.
But it's a cold bath. How did he get that injury in his head? Did you hit him once a little harder than you maybe wanted to? It's okay, man.
Yeah, I remember I kept trying to pick him up after I got him out of the closet, and I think at one point he actually scratched where I pulled away, and he fell, and I think it happened several times, like he was trying to get out of my reach.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he slipped out of my hand and hit his head on the ground. But
What part of his head did he hit?
Was it the sides? I don't know the exact region, because by the time I heard the thud, I was literally about to turn around because I had to stop for a moment to breathe. I was frustrated.
Listen,
I never wanted
let
any
me
of
stop you
this.
first, okay? But the injury to his head, that's not what killed him, okay?
Okay.
But what killed him was not eating. I know that when we talked yesterday in front of your mom, you know, she was lying about some stuff, right? I know that she's a good person. I'm not doubting that at all.
Yeah,
I know
we never wanted any of this.
But you also know, just like I know, that some of the things that she was talking was about the truth, right? About, she said she didn't know there was a camera in the bathroom. But the fact of the matter is, she asked you to put the camera in the bathroom, right? Didn't she send you a text message that says, make sure that the camera's in there and take the shower curtain down so I can see him? Didn't she ask you that the day before he passed away?
Yeah.
So we talked about some of that stuff. Remember how during the conversation I said, I know this pepper's for punishment. And what did she say? She said, oh, I didn't know anything about that. Right? Why do you think she's saying that?
해리스 형사는 폴의 이야기와 그의 어머니 이야기 사이에서 보여지는 불일치를 주장했습니다. 이러한 접근 방식은 그의 진술과 증거가 일치하지 않는다는 사실을 강조하려는 목적이죠.
You're his brother, and you have a mother that's telling you what to do. And so, I understand why you feel the way that you do, but at the same time, you have to look at it. You think that your mother's telling you to do what's best for him, right? That's what you've been telling me since you came here.
And I know she wants what's best for all of us.
So tell me what really happened in the morning then, because obviously what was told to us wasn't the truth. What really happened when somebody found him, or?
I woke up and I had been grabbing my shoes, and it was at that point that it basically all played out like we said. The whole morning thing was exact. He wasn't breathing in the closet. It was the closet though. We had to get him out of the closet to try and resuscitate.
So it's you and your mother that tried to get him out of the closet?
We did get him out.
Okay.
And we tried to resuscitate.
Who noticed him first? You or
my mother?
Okay. Did she have asked you via text to check on him on the way up? That's not what happened. She said, hey, can you check on him on your way upstairs? You remember that text message at all?
No.
Okay.
There might have been one that I didn't see, but...
Okay. So you guys pull him out of the club.
And we tried to resuscitate him. We gave him rescue breaths. His breath smelled horrible. I thought maybe he might have still been capable of being resuscitated because his mouth was still wet.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe it had just been recent, so we could do something. She cared. She never wanted this. We didn't.
But you sent her pictures of him looking dead, right? Looking almost dead.
Yeah.
해리스 형사는 폴 퍼거슨과 그의 어머니가 주고받은 문자 메시지를 보여줍니다. 티모시의 악화된 상태를 찍은 사진들과 문자들을 함께 보여주며 퍼거슨을 압박하기 시작하죠.
That's June 13th, less than a month ago. You sent this picture to her and you said, he's looking like a skeleton, we need to give him more food. But you guys didn't give him more food over the next couple of weeks. You guys gave him less and more punishment and less bread and more bread with hot sauce. That's what really happened. You reached out to her and said, this is scary looking, right? You probably thought, he can barely walk. You sent a picture of his legs, right? You sent this picture of his legs to your mother. Right here. You sent this to her. And what'd you say? Something along the lines of, no wonder he can barely stand up or walk. Look at that. And your mother, being smart and intelligent and the smartest woman in the room, she didn't do anything about that? Didn't think about taking him to the doctor? Didn't think about, we have to give him some more food, like seriously now? Instead, what do you think she did? She gave him less and more punishment. Until what? He ends up dead. And what did she tell the police? He was always wearing baggy clothes, so I didn't notice anything until last night. Another just blatant lie. Another blatant lie. If this was all an accident, why would she lie to us? If this was all an accident, why wouldn't she just say, we were having a really hard time with him. I thought he was okay. No, she knows that he looked like this. That he looked like this. Look at his face right there. That's not who your brother looked like, is it?
No.
He didn't look like that. Does that look like it? That looks like somebody in a casket that you see at a funeral. That's what that looks like. And it's sickening and disgusting. You sent that to her, didn't you?
Yeah.
You sent that to her on July 5th. Right before the day leading up to him being found dead. Does he look like he's okay right there?
No.
Why'd you send that picture?
I was concerned.
Yeah, once again, you're not the smartest person in the room and you're concerned. Did she do anything about it? No, you know what she said? He's gonna sleep in the bath all night tonight. He's sleeping in the bath all night tonight. The smartest woman in the room. He's getting in the bathtub all night for punishment. Make sure the shower curtain's away so I can see him. And what happens later on that night? At some point between the time this picture is sent and the time you wake up in the morning, he dies.
이순간 용사는 폴의 기존 진술의 진실성에 직접적으로 의문을 제기하며 폴을 자신의 이야기와 마주하게 했습니다. 해리스 형사는 진실을 요구합니다.
She doesn't want to seem like she's bad, that we weren't neglecting him. And even if that's if it somehow ended up like that, it was never intentional.
Right. Well, what you're saying, I mean, if we talk, right, there's all these things where you're like, she didn't want to seem like this. She didn't want to seem like this. She didn't want to seem like this. Did you know that it all seems like that, right?
Yes, I know.
It does. And he clearly was neglected because he died from it, right? The reality is that he was. That's why we're here talking today. So, he was very much neglected. And the fact that, you know, she had asked you to put hot sauce on his private parts. Do you remember that?
She'd asked, but I never did. I never did.
You never did that?
No.
Okay. And she had asked you to put hot sauce directly into his mouth. Did you do that?
Yes.
She told you what to say? It's okay. She told you what to say? Because why? Did she tell you why? Does it look bad for you guys?
It's not just that. We loved him.
Can I ask you this, like, straight up? You keep saying love. Do you feel like this was love? That he's dead now because he couldn't eat food? Does that feel like love to you?
No.
He's dead because he couldn't eat.
No.
And I don't know anybody that thinks that's love. What I think's happening is your mom's convinced you that she's this perfect person, and she's asking you to do all these things that are literally killing your brother.
I know she's not perfect.
How is that love? How is love ice baths? How is love handcuffing? And how is love restricting movement? And how is love hot sauce in the mouth and only eating bread? What if you only got to eat bread? How would you feel? What if you only got to eat bread with hot sauce? Would you eat?
No.
She didn't care. You can say it if you want. She starved him to death because he wouldn't stop taking food. Well, maybe he's taking food because he wants to live. Have you ever thought about that?
Yes.
Maybe he's stealing food so that he can survive. He's dead because he didn't get food.
I know that.
Well, that's not anybody's fault but your mother's. And you can try to take some of the blame if you want, but it's her fault because every single time I see a message in here, it's her telling you what to do. And she put you right in the middle of this. She put you right in the middle of this where it looks like some of the stuff's your idea. And it actually looks like in some of these things that you kind of enjoy it.
I've told you everything that I have. I don't want to live a life where I regret the fact that I hid somehow, something, and I've told you everything I know.
How do you feel about living a life where you hid that your brother wasn't eating from society, that you hid that your brother was dying? How do you feel about that?
I hate myself, okay? If I could take his place right now, if I could give him back his life, I'd do it in a daggone heartbeat.
She didn't want him around anymore because he was too much of a problem. You know that's the truth. You can look back at it and see that, can't you? She didn't want him around anymore because he was too much work. That's the truth. And the second you start to believe that and understand that, then I think that's the time you can move forward in this case. Until you believe that, until you understand that, you're never moving forward from this. This isn't an accident. This didn't just happen. Your mom knew exactly what was happening to him, that he was wasting away. You saw it, didn't you? You saw it happening right in front of you. And this is criminal. This is a crime. Did your brother deserve to die?
No.
Should he be dead right now?
No.
Is he dead by the choices of others?
Yeah.
Who made those choices? Who made the choices for him to be dead right now? Did you make some of those choices?
No.
Who made those choices?
No.
Yeah. She did, didn't she?
샨다 반더하크는 아들 티모시 퍼거슨의 살인과 고문으로 가석방 없는 종신형을 선고받았습니다. 어머니에게 불리한 증언을 했음에도 불구하고 폴 퍼거슨은 학대를 실행한 사람으로서 30년 뒤 가석방 자격이 주어지는 100년형을 선고받았습니다. 저는 쇼킹TV 톰슨이었습니다. 감사합니다.